What's up, guys? Smash Adams here, and today, as promised, I'm going to do yet another update on my Chaos Dragonsworn deck. This is still Twilight Chaos Dragons, or whichever you prefer. It's still cool. I like it either way, no matter which name it's preferred. But it's by far one of my favorite versions of Chaos Dragons. I like the control version, but this one, it gives you more leverage to win games with different options. That's the main reason why I like it, because you can explore more options besides just doing the standard plays with like Lightpulsar Dragon and Darkflare and all. Overall, as far as the changes go, it was just minor. I only added like a few small tech choices, and it's still going strong and it's super consistent. Now, just a fair reminder to you guys, I was going to add Minerva in here, but after finding out that it was a prize card, yeah, the chances of me getting it now are pretty hard because you can't get it in a set. You'd have to actually either go to a tournament and win it to get that card, so it sucks, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully, if it's not too pricey, I may order it online. We'll see what happens. So I'm going to show you the deck, explain a couple of my tech choices, and without further ado, here is Chaos Dragonsworns. To start off, we've got, of course, the triple Lightpulsar Dragon, your main engine to the deck, your main piece to the engine. Basically, you get this, JD, and the Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, automatic game winner. Why not? You get this off, pop some of their cards, and then some. But yes, Lightpulsar Dragon, the main guy to go for. Plus, he's by far one of the coolest Chaos monsters in the entire game overall, let alone this whole deck overall. Because you can not only special summon him from your hand, but you can special summon him from your graveyard too. But the thing is, you're minusing a few cards just to get him from your graveyard, which isn't too bad. It's better than banishing, because it feeds your chances of getting more stuff to summon more Chaos monsters. Next we got triple Lightpulsar Dragon, your secondary target if Red Eyes gets either banished or taken control of or anything of that matter. And plus, since you have like a set of these, you can easily make rank 5s with this card. It's a no-brainer to run this. And the fact that you can banish cards from your opponent's graveyard or your graveyard if you choose. Like say if you had a Wyvern that needed to be banished and you can get that target that you banished with its effect, you can do so. But yes, Darkflare Dragon, another guy to go for Lightpulsar Dragon. It's a no-brainer to try it. Next we've got the Boss Dragons. One Red Eyes, because he's your other piece of the puzzle. Mad he's not semi-limited, but because the Red Eyes deck is that high-powered, it's going to stay that way for a while. So don't get your hopes up, guys, because you don't know what's going to happen later on in the future with this whole ban list thing. One Dark Armed as a secondary target for Wyvern. Next we've got 3 Judgment Dragons. Yes, I still run 3 because you can easily get them out because you easily fuel your graveyard with Lightsworns and you mill a lot with this deck, so I figured why not just keep it at 3. And plus, with this in my hand, most of the time, I know a majority of the time I'm going to either win with this card or win with a bunch of dragons on my field already set in my hand or in my graveyard, so why not? Plus, you can easily dump this in a dark monster to get like Pulsar Dragon. That's the other reason why I run 3. And you can easily get it back with Divine Dragon, or you can easily banish it with Eclipse Wyvern. So, options in this deck are pretty much limitless. But yes, Judgment Dragon, very good tech choice in this deck. By far one of the best tech choices until Chaos Emperor Dragon comes out. I mean, I'd still run it either way, so why not? 3 Judgment Dragons all around. Why not? 1 Eclipse Wyvern, because you have a bunch of targets in there. I know back then I was running 3, but I figured I'd cut 2 out just to try a few new things. It was still working, but I just didn't want to draw into it too often, so running 1 really did help, and it lessened my chances of drawing into hands where I really needed the mills off just to get my dragons onto my field quickly, and some of my other chaos monsters. 1 Divine Dragon to recycle your dragons back to your hand, or any powerhouse dragon back to your hand. So if you wanted to get a Red Eyes or a JD, this is the guy to go for. Minusing a hand with this card isn't always bad. That's the thing that people hate about this card, but I'm thinking take your chances. Plus, you can easily special summon Red Eyes with this card if you have it. Why not? Now for the Chaos monsters, 1 Blackluster Soldier, 2 Chaos Sorcerers. This should be at 3, but honestly, it's not as serious next to Blackluster Soldier, because this guy is the main issue, because he can banish monsters in any position, whether face down or face up. This guy, only face up. But overall, love the Chaos monsters in this engine. Next we got the hand traps. Too honest. They're secret. Why not? Gotta love the secrets. 3 Gorz. In my opinion, they're a lot more reliable than Trageodia, even though I run Trageodia in here, because he's a floater and you get a free token after you take the damage. So, plus you hardly run into hands where you have to set back row cards. 2 Trageodia. This should be at 3, really, because you rarely hear about this card doing much of a thing now since they've changed the rules and all. So, yeah. Plus, it's good for level manipulation, and it's good for Allure of Darkness for draw power, and it's good for Chaos fodder for any of your Chaos monsters. Next, we got the Lightsworn engine, 3 Lumina, 3 Raidens, both for the Michael plays or the Black Rose plays. Any level 7 play in particular, if you choose. Triple Lyla. They're MSTs with legs. I mean, why wouldn't you run 3? Now, small hint, maybe in the possible near future when I update this, I may run Raikou back in. Not so sure about Minerva, but Raikou, it may definitely be another choice I'll add in later on. 1 Erhen, 1 Jain, and 1 Garoth. That's it for the monster lineup. It's pretty basic. I mean, even though a lot of people don't expect to run stuff without Minerva anymore. But yeah, the main reason I don't run Minerva is because half of the times it's dead. Anyway, now for the spells. We got 1 Allure of Darkness for draw power, like I mentioned earlier with Trageodia and all. You do draw into dark monsters most of the time anyway, next to light, so why not use this as extra leverage for drawing. 2 Charge of the Light Brigade. Sadly, it's at 2, but hey, I mean, if it gets off the list, I mean, you might as well get as many as you can. But it's still pretty good, though. And 3 Solar Recharges for draw power, and mill power as well. Gives you more leverage for Lightpulsar's ability, more leverage for Chaos Monster abilities. It's a mill engine. I mean, you get that, get a lot of stuff on board. You're going to be... This deck is on autopilot, like I mentioned with JD. If you get the right stuff in your grave, you pretty much got game if you have the right stuff in your grave to go off of. And on your hands, too. Now for the extra deck, I made a few small changes. But downside is, since Minerva's a prize card, it was one of the choices I was going to add in before they announced it. But sadly, yeah, it's not going to happen anytime soon until they announce some changes as far as the pricing. Start, we got the Synchros, 2 Black Rose. Say if one gets Veilered, you always have the second one to go off of. So you miss one chance to blow up your opponent's field, you have a second opportunity to go into level 7s and then nuke the field again. And if you have a Lightpulsar, do that. Get a Red Eyes that was in your graveyard, special summon Lightpulsar, and then just beat their face in for 53. Next we got 2 Michaels to banish unnecessary stuff in your opponent's field. And plus, you can easily special summon this from your graveyard with Red Eyes. Because a lot of people think that this is a warrior, but read the label. It's a dragon. So you can banish this after banishing a card, summon Red Eyes right off the bat, or you can banish another dragon, summon this from the graveyard, and then summon them banish again. I mean, this card is broken. And plus, you can replenish your points depending on the Lightsworns that you mill. So say if you wanted to get some Raidens and Luminas back that you want to use again, you can do that. Now for the 4s, for the Xyz, we got 1 Queen Dragoon, 1 Exciton. This is very explosive in this deck next to Lightpulsar. Downside is neither of you take any damage during the battle phase. So And plus, your opponent's hand has to be higher in order to use it. That's the only downside to it. But it's a light monster too, so it helps with chaos fodder. And it's 1900. 1101, and 1 Castel. We all know what these do. They're really, really good in this deck. Now for the rank 5s, we only run 1, which is Volcasaurus for burning power. And plus you can easily go straight into Gaia Charger for game with this card. It's a good situational play. Try it. It's really good. 1 Exa-Beetle for the rank 6. Same thing with Pilgrim Reaper. And for milling also. It's really good in this deck. 1 Strike Bouncer for burning after negating a monster effect. I'm mad it doesn't destroy it, but hey, it's a win-win regardless, because you're burning for 1,000. 1 Atum, because not many people expect it, and you can easily get Red Eyes from your deck straight to your field easily. Downside is it comes out as a 0 attack point monster. But you can still special summon Lightpulsar from your graveyard or your hand. Or any other dragon, vice versa. 1 M7 Ptolemy. I mean, why not? I mean, you can easily recycle stuff back. Like Divine Dragon Apocralyph, you can recycle stuff back. But it can be any monster, not just any particular class. But any monster. So say if you wanted to get a BLS, you can do that. JD, same thing. Red Eyes, same thing. Lightpulsar Dragon, same thing. Banish the Wyvern and a Dark Monster. Get that card onto the field. Get the JD onto the field after getting it from the Banish Zone. And then blow up their crap. And then just go for game after that. Ptolemy can do some extra stuff. And that was my phone vibrating. Anyway. 1 Gaia Dragon just to end the deck lineup and put the main deck to a close. So that's it for the deck profile. Hope you all enjoyed. Please leave a like and favorite if you did, and hit me up in the comments if you have any suggestions. So until next time, hope you all enjoyed, and I'm Smash Adams, signing out. Peace.